Hey everybody. So I guess you saw part A. So this young man on the screen has a store, a business called Ice Cream Solves Everything. That sounds so fun. So cute. 24 years old. Started last year. And now he's been broken into. Unbelievable. Dusties were robbed, but they don't want a job. So 3 o'clock in the morning, he gets hit. Then at 10 o'clock, thief walk out the front door. I guess it's unlocked. Here comes bad built Betty. Here comes a female. Here comes a Dustina. Female Dustina. Dips her. I guess she's gonna make herself some ice cream, make her want to go. Can't find the cones or a scoop. She put her fingers in that ice cream, and I doubt they were clean. It's just unbelievable. Then takes the cash register. Now, we all know a lot of businesses are being hit. So it's, listen, you got a whole mall in San Fran, which is short for San Francisco. You got a whole mall that's moving out. This community, you can afford this. Already at the bottom collectively. Again, you think it's tough now, and I'm already hearing the horror stories. Wait till AI comes into effect. You're going to see. Wait till your replacement, you're going to see. And I'm going to say it again for the ones that are bad. Some people think, well, all those are going to be lower paying jobs. That is correct. But I do want you to know that in this country, we still have some people who are here illegally and they have degrees. So since they came here when they were young, like 7 or 8 years old with their parents, they have degrees. They're not able to work in their capacity. That's going to change. I did the video on the Patreon about, a couple of racism. I'm not trying to hear about it. I don't find myself getting upset over those things. What else is new? In the BC, it is very hard to have a business. Even if it wasn't in that area, if we know about it and a black person owns it, it's game on. I've seen and heard that so many times. Like I said about the young black men that had that store. Clothing store, nice. Nice things. Didn't last a month. Look up. What is it? Take a vehicle, run through the glass of it, and steal clothes. And with all they couldn't take, and it was kind of windy, clothes just lying on the ground in the parking lot. I don't think they had an alarm. They just literally got set up. And they didn't come back. My father used to have a saying, when someone does something really stupid, like if you did something, I'll use an example, which I've used before, like say someone runs a red light. Oh, you ran the red light. Crashed your car out. And you do it again and again. Now you're down 3 cars and you on a bus stop and you feeling bad some kind of way. That's the thing that a person does call too dumb to live. You're really too dumb. You know what's going to happen, right? And you keep on doing it. Too dumb to live. And I see that in this group. A lot of our people, too dumb to live. I'm going to play this. And this is not my religious affiliation, what I'm about to play. You know who the voice is. It's Malcolm X. But I want you to get, this was in the 60s. I think 63, 65, if I'm not for sure. I wasn't born then. I'm sure a lot of you weren't born then. But think about it. And readers are leaders. This is in the 60s, early 60s, and this is 2023. And I'm sure everybody and their grandmother has heard this. And when I saw the story, it made me think about it. Okay? So when he mentions about, I guess, the buying power of the Black community, that was during that time, so it's not recent. I mean, duh, look who it is. But listen to this.
If white immigrants can come to this country 50 years ago with nickels and dimes and no education, and come here and pool their little nickels and dimes and no education, and set up little stores, develop these stores into larger stores, develop this into an industry which creates job opportunities for whites. Since Lincoln was supposed to have freed the black man 100 years ago, and today the black man, according to the government economist, has spending power of $20 billion per year. We feel that with the black man spending $20 billion a year, not setting up any businesses, not creating any industry, not creating any job opportunities for his own kind, he's not in a moral position to point the finger today at the white man and tell the white man that he's discriminating against him for not giving him a job in factories that he himself set up. If the black man has $20 billion, and these so-called Negro leaders are such geniuses that they can integrate white restaurants and integrate white factories and force themselves into that which the white man has set up, they should use this same ingenuity to show the black people how to pool our wealth and set up something of our own. And then we won't have to force our way into his anymore. One more.
And begging, they discriminating against me. You discriminate against you. So that was back in early 60s. Still don't get it. Or maybe we do get it, but we are so in love with anybody that doesn't look like us because we hate ourselves collectively, and the jealousy factor. Oh, we love to bring each other down. Even some black women. Oh, they love to bring other black women down and to support a mammy and a black man that mean them no good. Hard to have a business. He's down $20,000. You hear what he said? Customers, teens, still in a tip jar. Take that down. The workers, even stealing from him. That sounds like Bonquifa. The workers stealing from him. Who do you think he's hiring? 7 part-time. The workers stealing from him. That's why I said when I hear all this, oh, what they did, and what did you do? Well, I was doing my job. If black women are waiting on black men to bill, honey, you must really be slow. You need to go ahead and make you an appointment today with your psychologist to go find you one. They're not going to bill for you. They'll bill for everybody but their own as a collective. Then when you find somebody, I mean, this group is unbelievable. Then when you find somebody who does want to bill, look what happens. The collective, especially when they get some money, get wealthy, they just hightail it on, boom, gone, and try to set up shop in Becky Land. I'm going to be with them. That's what I want to do with that. You're still black. You're still black. Then the ones that do try, look what happens. I tell you, that's why for what's happening or what's about to happen, get your popcorn ready, get your coffee and your tea. Get that Hennessy, whatever your drink is. The group doesn't see things are happening now, and you are going to be starved out. You don't have your own, so then what? That's like right now, if everybody's hungry, you don't have any money on you, you don't have a credit card or debit card, you have no form of means to pay, and the restaurants are all across the street. Well, you're going to, I guess, besides stealing, you'll go without. Why? Because you don't have your own. And this right here is so common in the BC. Then when you do get your own, look what you have to deal with. Even if they weren't stealing in that particular area, the fact that you're black and have a business, oh, it'll be your own that'll come for you. That's why people don't want to help people. I become the same way. Oh, I have become the same way. Hate to say it. Unless you're seeking out people individually, but as it's, no, leave them alone. Oh, I've had my fill of it too. Then when you sit up, depending on everybody else, you do see that life is getting more challenging and harder for people in the community. It's getting harder for a lot of people all around. Now, a lot of people that I know, especially the non-black ones, they have nothing to worry about because they're wealthy and everybody's got a trust fund, pretty much. I know I'm the black person with no trust fund, but yeah, life is getting more challenging. More challenging. Life is business. We don't want to hear that. You might want to hear it. Oh, it can be a beautiful thing, honey. See, life is business. That contract is so important. So, like if your husband comes into a large sum of money, an amount that might blow your mind, you never dreamed of before. You're married. Oh yeah, that's kind of y'all money. Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, indeed. It happened during a marriage. Oh, yeah, togetherness. But no, we don't want to hear about all that. We just want to do baby mama and be thotting it up. The men that want to create families and the black woman, she gonna stand by her man no matter what. Even though he dragging you down to the ground, sit up and carry the seat of poverty, he will never help thee, will never elevate you. We're gonna go ahead and stop sticking beside him. Okay, you do that. We don't believe in entrepreneurship, supporting each other. We try to tear it down. When I always complain. Yet and still, in a nail shop, any given day, you can find somebody who don't want to pay or they're not happy with the services. Man, let me tell you something. May Wong now, WWE. And listen, I'm not trying to take a side with May Wan because I've seen when a white girl had a difference of paying for the services, boy, they were very careful. I said, wow. So Becky has a complaint and she's trying to leave. They did lock the door, but you know what? They didn't pull that WWE that they put on black women. Oh, they didn't pull that. No. But I will say this, and I've been to an Asian shop, of course, and I thought about it. Once you get the nails done, and that's why this woman was a black woman. I saw her open up a nail shop. She was pretty. The sisters, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And she was there for like on the clock, you could depend on a professional, pretty. I think the fact that, I hate to say it, I think the fact that she was of a light complexion and she was pretty and had a nice physique, she had it going on. The girl really did have a nice physique. Friendly. I went to her because she was a black woman. Friendly. Never had a nasty attitude. No. Not her. Very friendly. It didn't work. You know, you got your nails done 2 weeks ago and you want to come back as if it was yesterday to get you a free service. This group loves to tear down their own petty stuff. They love to tear down a black business owner, steal from him because, see, they're stupid and full of hatred, self-hatred, and the jealousy. Some of them, the ones that still, I guarantee you, they can't come up with 20,000, probably not even a 2,000 to save their old raggedy lives. So things like this here, this happens quite a bit. Even if the economy was going well, I kid you not, even if the economy was going well and the crime wasn't high, this was more than likely still happen because why? A young black boy, oh, he owned that shop, he ain't nothing. So then when you want to go to the other folks and want them to hire you and they're mistreating you, did that stuff just start happening last week? Did racism and discrimination just start happening last week? No. So let's be real. What the BC really wants, the black community, they're in love as a group. I have to say they are in love with poverty for themselves. And they really don't want to see another black person excel. Most don't. Most do not. Yes, they do. That's a darn lie. Most don't. You can tell by their actions. And lazy. Can't work together for nothing. No. Can't work together for nothing. This group is like this here. It's like having an enemy coming about with pitchforks, shotguns, you name it. And you're all in one house. And one person is saying, hey, listen, I heard this happen. We need to go ahead and come up with a plan so we can try to protect ourselves or try to leave or try to do something. And next thing you know, you're trying to get everybody together. I don't want him telling me nothing. Well, I don't like her. Well, why he got to say it? So you got a whole bunch of fools in a house that's sitting up here bickering amongst each other. Meanwhile, the enemies are already camped about. Then by the time you get the fools to shut the hell up and to just at least listen, well, guess what's that light outside, fool? That's that fire coming from your behind. What is we gonna do? And that's where we are. Been in the house just bickering with each other, just bickering, fight. Tear that one down. Now, resources are getting very scarce. They're going to, you'll see this is just the beginning. And some of us are already tripping out. Are getting scarce. You got AI, a lot of immigrants coming in. You already destroy the few people that are business oriented that you have. They can't depend on you. So a lot of black businesses are shut down. Some have to leave. And even the ones you do have, they're not established enough to really bring forth the kind of employment numbers that you need. If they didn't get it back in the 60s, early 60s, before a lot of us were born, it's 2023. You got to face it. The majority are dumb and self-hating. And it blows my mind how this group of people can get along with everybody else if they say they hate me. It can be a Klan member that owns a store. A Negro will go in that store. They can have a Klan uniform in the back in glass. I'm just going to go in there and get this. You will find some Negro will go in that store, make a purchase. The purchase could be defective, won't say a word. Well, no, I'm just not going to go there no more, You can get along, you complain about how the folks treat you. Complain, but you keep taking your silly butt up in there. So that tells me you're in love with them. You hate you. You hate the little skin that your chocolate ass is in, excuse the expression. You just lost. It doesn't make any sense. You can get along with everybody that doesn't look like you, but can't get along with your own. So this is what happens. Why they gotta beg for a job and stuff. The same way you want to holler at your enemy, you sitting up here, can't eat without them. Let's be real. Can't eat without them. So I thought about it. If they didn't get it back then, when Malcolm X was giving these speeches, and see, it's not about your darn religion. It's about sometimes common sense. I see a lot of our people are very narrow-minded. They'll be so stupid. Listen to things. Well, I don't want to hear that person. I don't want to listen to them. So ignorant. So ignorant. Sorry to say. So dumb. Take one little thing. I don't want to hear that. Why? What's the issue? So stupid. I hear stuff all the time. Different people, different nationalities. Little Asian dude telling me something about a business. I said, really? He said, yeah, hey, about that investment. I was talking to a friend of mine and they said this. Okay. Now, he doesn't invest as much as his friend does, but his friend is a high roller. I listen. I don't go, well, I didn't hear from your friend. I don't even know who the guy's friend is. I don't know if that's going to be right. Turned out whatever he told me, it turned out to be true. But see, you have a closed mind. You don't want to listen. You have a closed mind. Well, he parties all the time. Well, he got a hell of money. He can afford to do that. I wouldn't trust him. The thing he told me, he said, yeah, it's what they're saying. So I knew you had invested it too. You might want to consider that. The exact thing he told me turned out to be true. Our people will find at least a little thing so emotion unhinged. So if they haven't gotten it together then in the early 60s, and look at now, just looking, I mean, as a group, just crazy. The black men hating on black women trying to still hold on. I don't understand. Trying to still hold on to Tyrone. Carrying the seed of poverty deed. I mentioned before about people coming to me about, a foundation. We'll see what happens. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm just so sick of what I see. I'm not doing no darn foundation. And I don't need nobody on his side. I don't care, white, Jewish, or whatever. I've made up my mind. I'm not doing it. I don't be bothered with it. They can do their foundation. Their money is long. Any inheritance coming my way, I'm not trying to hear about no I don't want to. No foundation. It'll, trust me, they'll find out that it's a black person. You know how our people do. It'll be a whole bunch of complaints. And she got a YouTube channel. And well, So that right there, I already thought about it. Appreciate you. You're not going to happen. I'm going to do me. Talk with some friends. Of course, these women, they of course do well. It's really not worth it. And then you see some people that you have helped. It's like, wow. Isn't that interesting? I'm out of 25,000 helping your behind, and you show your rear end to me. Duly noted. Oh my. Oh, okay. I can use my money, get my money back, because I'm not a rich person. Gotcha. It's not this community. It's too far gone. So this right here, he tried. And you wonder why you have so much high unemployment. It's because you don't have your own businesses and people that try to put them together. This community, even when the economy is good, for the hell of it, they just rob, starve you out, then or kill you. The community is anti-black capitalist, and we live in a capitalist society. Ice cream. Still, what do you steal a cash register for? Negroes will put you out of business. So I'm to the point now, I hate to say it, I'm just to the point now, and I heard I've talked with so many people, and it's like, oh my gosh, just live in your own world. When you hear about them, what are we going to do? Hell, chick, I don't know. Call a white man. You love his ass so much, call a white man. Call the white business owners where you patronize and ask them to hire you behind. I had a black woman come to me, and I could not believe it, talking to me crazy. I haven't spoken to her in a while. So she's educated, and she's one of those kind, always wants a business, but she's never put one together. Girl, it's been 10 years. Oh my gosh, like so over you right now. Lost her job. And she called me. And I remember her throwing me some shit when I had my first office. And talked to me rather unpleasantly. So she been looking for a job. I keep telling you, your degree is not a guarantee. Now you want to hop to a black business owner. Oh, that's how you, so now we're good enough for a job. And she told me what you need to do is you need to go ahead and hire me. Just like that. And she's talking to me. What you need to go ahead and hire me. I can work. And I thought, wow. So when you're going for these job interviews or calling Zaddy, are you talking to the white business owner like that? Are you talking to them like that? But you have the audacity to be ignorant with your college degree and talk to me like that? Or what I need to do? I'm not going to match your energy because I don't want to match ignorance. I just simply said, oh, well, at this moment right now, yeah, I'm at capacity. But you know what? I will keep you in mind. I have to go, and I hung up the phone. Oh, I'm going to keep it cute. I thought about it. And I knew this was going to happen. I was telling a friend of mine, I said, why? It's going to come to a point where a lot of black businesses, the ones that are operating, you have some that are doing well working from home. And they have executive suite. I've done that. One of those, oh my God, virtual offices. You sure not as hell going to go to them looking for a job, are you? Because they weren't good enough before. You're anti-black business. You're anti-black capitalist. But now it ain't working out for you. You need some help. Good luck. Good luck with it. But this here, the same thing, I thought about it. This here, despite the area, this is what the black community does on a regular basis, even when times aren't bad. This is what they do every day in the black community. They will tear a business down. And that is why I'm to the point, the problem is, unemployment, what we're going to do is go figure it out. Now you have more competition. So what you're going to do, do you, boo. It's 2023. If that was said in the 60s and they still don't get it, if they didn't get it back then and just keep on passing down the ignorance, breeding children into dysfunction, breeding children into poverty and stupidity, breeding children into self-hatred, if they didn't get it then, it's 2023, the group is not going to get it. It's too late. The group is not going to get it. If they didn't get, that's why I said black women, I don't want to stand some of these women still having kids by just a broke behind seed of poverty D. I used to see stuff like that because my dad was like that. They'd do a fundraiser and they start giving stuff and all that kind of stuff. Not me. Nope. I've made some changes after seeing a whole lot. Get off that hamster wheel and you can see how people operate. And you see in the BC, there is no love. There's really not love for a lot of black women, to tell you the truth. They may talk it, but even black women are trying to use another black woman, to be honest with you. That's really not love. No, it's not. So this here, the BC does this every day. They tear down their own businesses. Nobody can get along. They'll rob and steal them out, and sometimes kill the business owner. And what you're doing, you don't have an economy, so what you're doing, you're going to starve yourself out. Between the black men breeding themselves out. If you can't, if you're negative energy and self-hating, please do keep up the good work. Passing downwards to other groups. This group is pretty much on life support and don't even know it. On life support. And still trying to dance and shake and twerk. 3 steps away, need to press the button on life support. Fading away and don't even know it. So this right here, and many of us will say that, well, he should have known better, because we don't care what happens about it. He's 24 years old. Most will be surprised and angry that he has that kind of money to even start a business. $20,000, that's what he get. Some black people, let's face it, they'll see this video and they'll be happy. But hey, it's okay. Because you got something coming your way. And when the dust settles and the dust clears, it'll be too late, but this group will see. This group will see. And it's sad. So that's why their life goes through changes. Trust me, you can go through a hard time financially. Just keep on pushing. Don't hitch your wagon to no loser. Hitch it to a winner, ladies. You never know. The winning hustle might come up with, something fantastic, life-changing. Well, you're his wife and hitch your wagon to him. You can get access to it. Something goes wrong, you can get half. If a man don't want you to even hitch your wagon to him, why are you going to hitch your womb to him? Carry the seed of poverty, he's not worth it. So this I want to point out. This is why they can't get our own businesses together. This is what happens. This is why you have high unemployment. Even the workers are stealing from them. So this group is going to be weeded out. And I'm going to apply that saying that my dad said about people doing stupid things. They're going to be weeded out and starved out, and maybe that's what they want. Maybe, just maybe, as a group, when it comes to surviving, maybe they're just too dumb to live. Too dumb to live. Saying folks hate you, but you're throwing all your money that way, can't even build your own. Too dumb to live. Too dumb to listen. Anyway, time will tell. Let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, dislike, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.